Yeah, and as the consultant in that relationship, how do you do that dance with your clients and the rest of the organization to help them to see what it is that needs to be done without them feeling threatened or, getting people offside that you actually need to collaborate with?
Yeah, great question. It depends. In some cases, to speak generally, it is about collaboration, right? And bringing people along for that process of diagnosis, right? And making sure you're not, as a consultant, you're not swooping in to be like, well, here's what's wrong with you. That doesn't go over well. Pointing out like, here are all the things that are wrong with your website. God, I wish that were my job, honestly. I wish I could just like show up and be like, you did this wrong, you did that wrong, you did this other thing wrong. Here are the 40 things you did wrong in this spot. Because that's so fun, right? To just feel right all the time. Like, who doesn't want to do that? To just be like, oh, I know better than you and I am so smart. That would feel great. But that is not realistic. It is not sustainable. It is not fair. It is not kind. So in terms of how do we bring people along for that, it's less about pointing out what's wrong and a lot more about helping the people who are doing the work to articulate what they need, and really trying to get conversations going and try to get people there to talk to each other. Because a whole lot of the time, that's part of the problem, right? Is there's like some kind of internal dysfunction somewhere. Certain teams don't talk to each other, or they do, but it's hostile or whatever. So try to figure out how to get conversations to happen and try to figure out how to get folks to understand where we can make improvements to their process or to their tools that will make their jobs easier and still make them feel valued. This stuff's complicated because people have so many different ways of tying their personal value and their identity up in their work and in their jobs. And so, there are certainly times when you think you're making someone's job easier and what they're hearing is you're trying to make me redundant. Right? You're trying to take my job away, or you're trying to make me less important. And that's tricky. How do we accommodate that? I don't have an answer, right? It's just sort of, you got to watch out for those things, because things that you might see as an outsider being, oh, this is so simple, we can just solve it like this. It's not always going to feel that way internally. So much of being a consultant is shutting up and listening and then being very careful about when you speak. That's part of it. Yeah.